I don't know. I think there were some indications that I would go there, and to be honest, I didn't stress about it too much. I felt like I put a decent body of work out there, and again, I just sort of wanted a chance to play professional football, whether I was pick one through mystery relevant, whatever it was, just a chance to play.
How much did your father's experience, as you watched him growing up, how much did that help this last few months in particular?
Yeah, no, I was actually never alive while he played, but him in the sports business, I get to think growing up with him, his experiences and him imparting those on me in terms of maybe how to handle certain questions or certain situations. It's been great.
Hey, what do we miss most about Stanford, Andrew?
G3 in the future. I mean, you guys will always be linked by your draft status. Just the competition, friendly as it may be. Just where you guys are and where that will be.
Oh yeah, I understand that we'll be linked forever, I'm sure, in our careers, and hopefully both have long, fruitful careers. But I'll root for him unless we're playing him, which I think you'll say the same thing. He's a great guy, and I definitely wish him all the best.
How about the meeting with Roger today in his office, and what he told you guys about the type of NFL that you step into today after the Downey scandal, and is it a safer and more integrity NFL?
Yeah, no, I think one, it's I think very, very indicative of the type of commissioner Commissioner Goodell is, to have the draftees come in and have somewhat of an open forum. I think that's a great thing for us. And he just encouraged us. He didn't speak too much about this subject. He just encouraged us to have fun, to really learn from the older guys, learn from the vets on the team, and do our best.
Hey, Andrew, what do we miss most about being at Stanford?
What do I miss most about being at Stanford? That's a good question. The weather's pretty good.
Now I went to Cal.
You went to Cal?
Yeah, so.
Beating Cal, how about that?
Oh, there you go. Hey, so the last big game, you had a good game with the first half. Yeah. I said, man, he's a little off. Maybe was it the rain or something? Because there were passes that were open, and it was raining down, and we thought, what's up? Because the first guy, I think it was Corey, it was open, and you just overthrew him.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I don't know if it was what it was, the rain. I think credit to their defense as well during that game. They put some pressure on us, and they played a good game.
We're going to miss you, man.
Appreciate it.
In our way. Stanford, as you know, is the birthplace of Instagram and other companies.
Yeah.
Have you thought of being an angel investor? Are you going to get involved in high tech at Stanford because they have the student accelerator and other places?
Yeah, no, I think I'll wait for a first paycheck to start really thinking about that. But I think that's one of the wonderful things about Stanford is there's so many wonderful people, whether it's entrepreneurs or whoever it may be. So definitely stay involved.
Cool, thanks.
Because of put it this way, you look at Indianapolis and Andrew going there. There's not as much or quite a buzz in Indianapolis as there is in DC, but I think it's because of the team. It's not because of the individual. Indy's in a rebuilding mode, so the fans probably aren't going to go nuts when Luck gets drafted. But in DC, it's not necessarily a rebuilding mode. It was a team that underachieved. So they got a great defense, top 10 defense. They got a lot of weapons on offense, and I think that's why everybody's excited. Not necessarily because it's just me. There's a lot of pieces in place in DC, and hopefully I can fill that void. Sorry, at quarterback.
A lot of it's you, though.
Come on, you're killing me.
Oh, he's walking
Thanks,
away.
Rob.
Hey, Mr. Good question. Yeah.
I thought I was.
No. Hey, do you have a feel for how they're going to adjust the offense for you once you get there?
No, not really. It won't be like it was with Beck and Grossman, just because I guess you could say they knew more of the offense. So I'll be starting at ground zero. So it'll be a building process from there. So hopefully the veterans don't get mad because we keep running, run right, run left. But
you're giving away the plays already.
Yeah, it's so crazy. So I am looking forward to learning the offense and going through it with everyone, trying to build their confidence in me, and then moving on from there. And every offense changes from year to year based on the players that you have. So maybe the line's better at zone blocking left or zone blocking right or power blocking, and they throw a little wrench in there. So offenses evolve every year. I noticed that at Baylor. Ours changed from the first year I was there to this year, and that's what's great about it.
Has Coach Shanahan asked you about any element of the Baylor offense that maybe he wants to bring into the Redskins offense? Or?
I'm sorry, I can't divulge that information. It's top secret.
Jeez.
So the up-tempo thing is going to get. You watch, it's going to get pretty popular in the NFL. College teams are doing it a lot, and they're putting up a lot of points. And the defenses are so great in the NFL that you kind of need to catch them off guard here and there. So maybe the up-tempo part of it. the different running schemes that Coach Browse used with me probably won't use in the NFL because there's Ray Lewis's and Urlachers in the middle. But you can try to use variations of it and do something different off of that. And then just the attitude, attack. Why would you wait for someone to attack you when you can attack them? And hopefully I can help bring that fearless mentality to the quarterback position.
What's been the most fun part of this whole process for you?
This was fun today. It's just everything that you wouldn't expect. Yesterday Subway made a statue out of barbecue chicken for me. Some people were like, "Oh my God, no, tear it down." But I enjoy a good laugh, so it was a good laugh. So you never dream as a kid that, hey, I want to grow up and have someone make a food sculpture of me. I want to grow up and then I'll be at the draft and all these other things. So it's a cool experience. You got to just take everything as its own. So the kids out here were great. I had an all-girl team, and girls don't even play football. So you just got to open your mind up and just enjoy everything.
How does this feeling before the draft compare to before a big game? That kind of exciting?
Oh no, it's not even close. Playing the Oklahomas and the Texases and the bowl game against Washington, you feel more anxious to get out there and go play. With the draft, for most draftees, it's more like they don't know where they're going. At least you know what you're doing in football, in a football game. I do happen to know where I'm going, but I'm still going to try to act as if when I hear my name called, yes, I got drafted. And you want to soak up every moment of it because it only happens once. And unless we get drafted into the military.